Hey everyone. I thought I'd start with just telling you a little bit about my journey and who I am and why I do what I do. Since I was a little girl, have been interested in psychology, really drawn to understanding this journey, understanding our nature, understanding others so I could, sort of get along with those around me and really have a greater sense of understanding of why people were the way they were and in relation to me. So years ago, even when I was a kid, I think I remember sending away for Psychology Today when I was 14 or 15. And that was the long-term goal, to become a traditional psychologist in California. And then, life as it is takes you on its journey. And quite frankly, I come from a trauma background, and a lot of trauma survivors, the primary focus and task and goal is to survive, to really just put one foot in front of the other and make it. So survivors of trauma and survivors of life, whatever, we're all survivors in some way or another, are really just about trying to be safe, and really oftentimes don't do a lot of goal setting or visioning. It's just one foot in front of the other to survive, right? So in that sort of journey, I kind of wandered to and from different jobs, and always had a desire to support and help others, and did that in very many different capacities. And then this call kept coming, the soul call. How can I do this in a greater way? I was always taking classes in psychology. My undergrad work was in psychology. Again, the vision was in getting that master's degree. The traditional path that most take when they have a call to be a compassionate ear, listener, and heart for others. But I've never really taken a traditional path, and I often say that life never had me on a traditional path. My path is very eclectic, and many of our paths are. So honoring that, some of us are, I call them off-roaders. We just kind of find our own path, create our own path. So when I heard about hypnotherapy, I was at the time working a full-time job, actually in the music awards or the Grammy Awards, which I love that job, but as it was, whatever we do on our journeys, we are already in our purpose. We just don't see it often. Oftentimes people would come and sit in my little area, my cubicle or office, and just have a few minutes just to talk and kind of decompress. And I always found myself, wanting to lift and support others. That makes me kind of laugh. I'm like, lift and support like a bra? No, not like a bra. Like a soul coach, like a soul guide, like a, someone who, what I call myself now, which I finally identified all these years. What is it that I really, really do naturally and organically? I love to nurture soul potential. So I love that I am a soul nurturer, the soul nurturer. I love that. So that just feels so organic to the essence of who I am. And what we do when we're unfolding our path and our purpose is following those sort of breadcrumbs of the pieces of what are we here to do. So there I was back in the Grammy Awards, wonderful, super glamorous, supposedly position that was just really a lot of hard work. And my daily prayer is, show me what's next, show me what's next. And then I kept hearing about hypnotherapy, and I always say, a pretty healthy cynic, and my healthy cynic said, no, that's not for you. But that saying, when you hear something, once you can ignore it, second time pay attention, third time take action. So I did, and I followed up on that, and what I learned was hypnotherapy, and later it expanded into transformational hypnotherapy, was exactly what I was trying to achieve with all of my studies and trainings. The ability to support others and myself in shifting in such a great way, to shift out of all that programmed, conditioned being into reclaiming who we are authentically meant to be. So along that time, I was also drawn to Agape in Los Angeles. It's a church that was founded by Reverend Michael Beckwith, and I found it years ago, and was drawn into his message. I was drawn into this trans-denominational way of connecting to faith. and I learned so much, and I signed up to become a practitioner, and it just expanded my view, and it really connected me to that higher call, that higher purpose, which was cultivating potential, creating vision. In fact, a lot of what I do is based on following Reverend Michael and learning from him and studying with him. And so one of the processes I teach is called Sacred Soul Visioning. And his program is called Life Visioning. So I sort of jump-started from that, but through my years of being a transformational hypnotherapist, expanded it and created a sort of my own unique model. And that's what we all do. We take our trainings, we study, we go some the traditional path, some organically like I have on an alternative journey, an alternative therapist, kind of weaving a basket of all the threads that you gather along your journey, and suddenly you have this new container that is not completely new, but unique to the practitioner. So, but I do give absolute gratitude and honor what I did learn from Reverend Michael Beckwith. So that piece of that spiritual practitioner training with my hypnotherapy, transformational hypnotherapy, and all other kinds of trainings. I've done wilderness-based trainings. I've studied with my now husband, who has a primal arts training center called Tribal Edge, and have learned and gleaned so much from him, and various many trainings, dreamwork training. I've studied with, energy psychology, tapping, EFT, was gifted with studying with Dorothy Hover Kramer. What a blessing that she lived in our small community, and I studied with her for years, all about energy psychology and learning to tap, and just gifted with that experience. So I have a very eclectic background, but my soul and my heart is really like just sitting with people and compassionately witnessing and having that sacred conversation, soul to soul, really observing their journey and offering tools along the way. And so that is really my intention, my mission. My mission is to cultivate the light, to expand awareness, to nurture potential, to illuminate the sacred path, to inspire and support others and myself. I include myself now in my mission, and I suggest that you do as well, so that we can all rise higher together for the highest good for all. That's what I'm about, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm offering this YouTube channel and the Sacred Soul Visioning class online now, and private sessions that include phone sessions. From my heart to yours, I'm on this journey with you in support of our unfolding and becoming and transforming for the highest and greatest possibility for all. Thanks for being with me on this journey. I look forward to supporting you. If you want to stay on this journey with me, please do subscribe to my channel. Click on that little bell to get any notifications of uploads of videos. Email me and reach out. You're not alone. We're in this together. So let's do this. I'll see you out there, outside of our comfort zones, where infinite possibilities exist for all of us. Take care.